Just one thing I kind of noticed in this game is the first period kind of showed the potential this team has, and then the second and third period were kind of things you've been talking about, in the past. I was wondering what you thought, or just.
Yeah, we obviously, I thought we played to our strengths in the first period and got away from that as the game went on. We'll have to look at that. I thought we might have had a missed assignment overtime. I kept going with our depth. Shame on me, I think, in that. But obviously, with our situation, I just think we just got to stick to our game plan, execute how we want to play for 60 minutes, and that's been our biggest hurdle right now.
It's not just obviously your team. It seems like a lot of times in hockey, your teams sometimes have trouble if they have too much success early in the game. I mean, is that something that's a bad thing, even though it sounds like it would be good to have 3 goals right that quick?
Yeah, but it's just it was really eerily similar to the UNH game where I thought that we just couldn't sustain our mindset for the amount of time that we need to play. 60 minutes. It's not a 20-minute game. It's not a 30-minute game. It's 60 minutes, and we have to execute who we are and how we play for a full 60 minutes. That's our chore here. That's what we got to work on here so we can execute and be reach our ceiling as a team.
And the second period, obviously, you had some penalty issues there. Is it still a case of these just not understanding or is it the calls just confusing as far as the interpretations?
We had a couple of reach-in hooks that got to get out of our game.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
I think 2 of them were in the offensive zone.
Yeah.
That's getting tiring.
Yeah.
Some of the interference and some of the calls that they're calling that the guys are adjusting to, but they clearly know what hooking is now at this stage of the season with the amount of games we played, and those are frustrating penalties.
Yeah. And one thing too I was going to say was the third period when they tied the game and they had a power play coming up. That could have been a stretch where it could have gone south there, but you guys kind of came back from that. Did you like some of the resiliency they showed?
Yeah, we did a good job blocking some shots there and paying the price, and we didn't do a good job. We over-rotated, made a critical mistake that I haven't seen us make this year on the penalty kill to give them the momentum in the first place. But obviously, penalty kill did a good job there. But it just came down to us keeping it simple, moving it fast, and allowing us to play fast, and we got right out of our element there as the game went on. Kudos to them for fighting back. They came back. They gave up 2 leads last weekend, and that was a huge win for them.
I guess the last thing is what was it like just to have Minnesota come into this building and play you guys? How does this help to get opponents like this now to be able to, for the fans and also for your team to play teams like this at home?
Yeah, we appreciate the fact they made the trip and and go way back with Don and. It's nice to see those teams travel now on the road, but tough pill to swallow with giving up a 3-goal lead.
And obviously, it's kind of a tough way to take a loss. What do you think kind of happened after the first period to you guys?
I think we just got away from what was working. We were first period we were making small little plays in the D zone, getting pucks out and transitioning down, going and playing offense. And then I thought in the second we tried to make some cute plays at the blue lines, and then it cost us. They get some more zone time. We get tired, take some penalties, and you give a team like that some opportunities on the power play, and give them turnovers like that, the ability to transition. They're going to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, for later in the season, is this something that could be useful though to have this experience? Or if next time you have a game where you got to a hot start, maybe,
Yeah, I think so. I think we've done that last 2 home games. Blow some 2 and 3-0 leads. So I hope sooner rather than later we sort of figure out what works for us in the first. We got to keep doing for the second and third period as well. And I think if we can do that, we should be just fine.
I was going to ask you just overall about what it was like playing this team here, the atmosphere in the building, and getting to play a team you haven't played in the past. I mean, what was just that whole experience like?
It's pretty cool. Obviously, Minnesota's one of those teams who are always around the end of the year. Historically, obviously, they're always a good program. So to see sort of how you measure up against a team like that is always good, especially early on in the season. Parents' Weekend's always a good crowd, always a good atmosphere. It's a shame the game went the way it did.
Even though you guys lost, can you take something out of that playing this competitively against a team like that for confidence against anybody you play later on, kind of thing?
I think so. I think we battled with UMass last week, number 5 team, and I think Minnesota was 12 or something. So we definitely know we can compete with them. We just got to do it for 60 minutes.
Just guess this kind of game struck me as it kind of showed like the promise you guys have as a team, but also the things that have kind of been frustrating you too. What do you think just to how you guys started off though in the first period?
Yeah, I thought we were playing our game with Clarkson style, and when we do the little things right, we stick to our game plan. It works out for us. When we get away from that, we've just been giving up the lead.
Did you notice anything visibly, or that was going different for you in the second period that you weren't doing maybe as well, other than the penalties?
Just got to keep it simple. Keep it simple. Get the puck out. Get the puck out, keeping it simple, just doesn't leave the penalties like that, and doesn't give them power play opportunities.
Yeah. How tough was it that stretch? I mean, to have a goal and then right off the bat you're killing a penalty again. I mean, it's got to be just a tough thing to.
Yeah, it's tough, but we got to try and bounce back on the penalty kill and get some momentum for our team.
I was asking James too, though. I mean, is there anything positive that you can take from this experience as far as just lessons or just things of playing a team this well, this competitively, things like that?
Yeah, just take away what we did in the first period. Watch film on the little things that we were doing right when everything was rolling. We were doing well. We had the lead. We just got to play like that for 60 minutes, and I think we'll have it.
First, I want to ask you, what you kind of tell the guys after the first period?
Well, you got to play the game the right way, and we turned the puck over for the first goal, and they scored on a power play. We weren't aggressive enough, and you find yourself down 3-0 because you're not taking care of the puck or getting to the next spot on the rink and battling like we needed to. And then I thought the guys did a good job after that. We got pucks behind them, went to work in the offensive zone, and did a good job with the forecheck and get in the next area of the rink. And I thought we took over the game after the first period.
How tough is that to do on the road too? I mean, to come back like that after a tough period.
Well, I mean, it's when you're behind 3-0 on the road. I mean, it sounded good. Obviously, the first goal was critical for us to make it 3-1. Then they start to give yourself life, and I think the very next power play we scored again, so it's 3-2. And now it's game on. There's a lot of time left, but I give our older guys a lot of credit. Our captain Klus scored the big tying goal to make it 3-3, and hopefully we learned that you got to play the game the right way to give yourself a chance to win, and that doesn't guarantee winning. But if you're not going to work hard, you're not going to beat anybody.
Obviously, this is like the first time your program's ever been here too. What was this weekend like for you guys?
Well, it reminds me of being in northern Minnesota. I mean, pine trees and a little bit of snow last night. It dawned on me when I'm watching the pregame. The introduction is just all the tradition here at Clarkson. When you look at their 62%, winning percentage and all their NCAA tournaments and NHL players, and Clarkson's got one of the elite programs in all of college hockey when you look at their history and tradition. So that's why it's fun to come out here and play these teams.